Greetings, New Hope Christian Church. My name is Trina Wisecup, and I work with an organization called Indigenous Peoples Technology and Education Center, or ITEC for short. ITEC seeks to develop tools to train Indigenous Christ followers across the world with practical skills as door openers for the gospel. And I've been a part of ITEC since 2012, and I am the medical director, and I'm one of the lead medical trainers as well. So medically, our traveling started this year with a trip to West Africa. And it was an exciting trip in many ways, but one of the most encouraging things was it was just days after that training when we got report back from one of the trainees that he was from a neighboring country, was visiting a Muslim village. And there had never been anyone accept Christ there before, but he was able to go there, teach a lesson in hygiene, and then show the Jesus film afterwards and share the gospel. And from that and God's faithfulness, 164 came to salvation and were baptized in a local home, which was really exciting. Later in the year, I was able to go to South America, where we were able to train a group of Indigenous Christ followers in a remote tribe. And this was a group that was much like the Waorani of Ecuador, in that they were known to kill and take revenge on outsiders. But we had a group of young Christ followers that were just so in love with the Lord and just so full of energy. And it was just a real joy just to be able to come alongside of them, to teach them and to train. That trip was also an extra special joy for me because we were able to work with another ministry that we had met at the beginning of COVID and had shared some of our medical information with them. And so we were able to come together and train. And it was like they had the same mind as ITEC does in training and equipping. And so it was just exciting to work with them and to know that the follow-up they can do as well. And then soon after this trip, we did our first medical equipping here at the ITEC headquarters. We brought a group of about 12 people locally, as well as from a nearby church that ITEC has been coming alongside of to help them think about training as a missions strategy. It was a challenging couple of days, and we learned a lot, but that was also a first for us as well. And we're looking forward to doing more equippings with local churches as well in the coming years. Then in September, I had another wonderful opportunity, and this was a chance to teach trauma counseling from a biblical perspective at a biblical seminary in the Dominican Republic. And so they had just this year started their lay counseling course on biblical counseling, and they asked if I would develop a trauma counseling course to end it with. And so just was able to work with a wonderful group of seminary students and lay people from the community that were just full of energy and excited to learn. And it was a joy to be able to use some of my skills in counseling as well. And then my next trip will be in January of 2024 to East Africa. And this will be another first as well. We're going to be actually bringing one of our trainees from last year that we did a training of trainers in West Africa. So we're going to bring one of those people with us to do this training in East Africa. And so he's excited to be able to be asked to be a part of this. And it'll be a first, I think, for ITEC to have one of the indigenous equippers to be able to come and do a training as well. So some prayer requests that you can keep in mind for me and for ITEC is for the upcoming trips in 2024. It looks like it's going to be a very busy year, and there are many trips to be put on the schedule. If you'll just pray for our leadership as they make decisions about where to go and when to go for that year. And then if you'll pray as well for the upcoming training trip to East Africa in January, that God would bring together the right group to be the trainers and equippers, as well as for our partners in country and for those being chosen to participate. And then as I end, it's just with a full and thankful heart. I'm thankful to God, first of all, for saving me and for wanting to use me. I'm also thankful to you all as well. I'm also thankful to ITEC as it gives me a place and an opportunity to work out and live out what God has called me to do. I'm thankful that travel continues, travel opportunities continue to grow as well as the world continues to open up after COVID. And then finally, I'm thankful for all those I've gotten to know through training trips. My life has been enriched and challenged by my many brothers and sisters across the world. So thank you again for this opportunity to share a little bit with you. Blessings.